Okie doke. Follow up. I have not touched this thing since I started the last video. It's probably been 2 weeks. Working a lot, been out of town, been trying to do CPR on lawnmowers. Just a lot going on. It's nice weather. I mean, I don't really know how else to put it, but my videos probably will slack during the nice weather because there's other stuff to do. Like, took my little girl camping for her first tent camping experience, so that went well. For her, my back decides it doesn't care for tent camping anymore, or my hip, or my shoulder, my collarbone, all the things that now hurt for some reason, I guess. But I guess I'm gonna jump on changing the oil, fix a collector gasket, and just check things over. The car's doing pretty well, actually. I don't have really any complaints other than falling through the floor. I do have a solution for that though. It's just going to be tough for me to take the time to not drive the car and actually do the floor, which it's on jack stands now. So, I mean, I feel like now's the time, you know. I don't want it to be the time. I want to just keep driving it, but it would be so nice to have the floor solid. I'm going to jump on changing this oil, and also would like to cover this. In the beginning of this video, I made the joke about cold case radiators. Well, somewhere in between then and now, I had a slight communication with Cold Case. So, pretty much what I was told was nothing. I have the emails, I took screenshots. It says clearly on the website, any modification, any unauthorized repair, anything like that will void the warranty. Well, every modification I need to do to this requires cutting. And when I discussed my issue with the service department, whatever, tech guy, he wanted pictures. I'm like, well, hey, I got a video. So send him the link to the YouTube video. He said that he could not see it. He couldn't tell what was going on, and that the ears looked too long. That's all he said. No solution, no suggestion, nothing. And I was like, okay, so now what? I mean, yep, they look too long. So, I mean, I was like, it was like pulling teeth here. Honestly, almost if it seemed like he couldn't tell me to cut it, because if he told me to cut it, then I don't know how to put it. If he told me to cut it, then it was like if something did happen with leaking or whatever, like not me cutting into the radiator core itself, but say another issue from another location came up and they could see where I cut on it, and they're like, well, you cut on it, sorry. But I had proof that this guy said, yeah, I cut on it. Then it would be a problem. Like, they would have to fix it, or they couldn't get out of it, or whatever. And I was like, well, what about the tanks hitting? I don't know, I've never seen that before. Still, like, nothing. I don't want to seem petty. I don't want to come off as petty at all. But it just seems weird that, I don't know, like their Instagram page swiped my pictures and then posted them, and the Facebook page, which I don't care. But they posted my pictures and were like, oh, look, Left 4 Dead Garage solved his cooling issues, which it did. It solved my cooling issue. But they posted it before I, before I posted all the issues that I had, or shared my issues, rather. That sounds like a therapy thing, sharing my issues. Whatever. I posted the troubles with the radiator installation. But yeah, they kind of just like they made it seem like they wanted to do something, which I don't really know what. I wasn't asking for anything, and I almost felt bad that I was like, no, don't buy one, because I was like, oh, they're gonna do something. Maybe I should have reached out before I put this video up, because I don't want to sound like, you know, whiny. Oh, my radiator didn't fit, boo-hoo. But it should fit. It's a direct fit. They said they'd never seen this before, and I really, honestly, I thought they would tell me like my radiator support was bent, which I had plan B for that. I have a parts car like on the other side of the dually over here with a straight core support too, so I was gonna put it in there and be like, hey, look. But basically what it comes down to is the guy's like, I don't think sanding it would hurt it. Well, bub, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna take more than sanding. So yeah, they were very unhelpful. There was no solution offered. And again, I don't really know, should I even say anything? Should I worry about it? Should I? And then I go back to, well, yeah, it was a direct fit, made in America radiator. I mean, if I wanted questionable quality and questionable fitment from a questionable piece of equipment, I would have bought it off eBay, you know, not here. So I'm gonna go back on it and say, do not buy a cold case. Yeah, they may fit all day long in your application, but if you have problems, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Either way, but they did reach out to me somewhat, but no solution, no suggestion, no nada was offered. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to do a little maintenance, and we're going to void my warranty on the radiator together. Let's just video this warranty void, and maybe, but yeah, let's void a warranty. Let's snatch this thing out, and let's get to trimming, because I'd like to kind of have it mounted in there properly, and I got to do a fan shroud. So I'm gonna jump on this, and then I'm gonna try to talk myself out of doing the floors for another week so I can drive it again this Saturday. But hang tight, let's do some chopping. Well, I see a few things that are slight problems, no big deal. Transmission's a little leaky out of the shift seals, or the shift arm seals. I don't know if this was something I neglected to tighten, or if it just worked its way loose, but that arm, it's got the wiggles. That collector gasket up there quit the team. Got a few old drips. Not sure where all that's coming from on the filter there. Looks like the output seal's leaking. I probably should have changed it, but I didn't. Between the tail section, tail housing, and the main body of the case it's a little wet. Honestly, I didn't know anything about this transmission. Facebook Marketplace special. Came off a dirt car. To do my floors, you know, you can see the plastic, the carpet, and where the seat support used to be. It's toast, and the mufflers are not in the spot where they're originally supposed to be. They're supposed to be up here, because ex-chassis cars have nowhere to put exhaust. Terrible. You know, and at the time when I did this exhaust, I had no intentions of putting real floor in this car. So I actually just took the floor jack and a block of wood and just smashed the floors up in the back and put the mufflers there. That little extension on that side was actually falling off of this side. It's laying right there. So that was another good little thing to check. Looks like the pinion seal's leaking a little bit, but I mean, it's set for, you know, 40 some years. I was really surprised that the axle seals were dry. But yeah, back to the floor. I mean, you can take the muffler, I don't know if you can see or not, but the whole floor moves. And there's a 2x4 under driver's side of the seat over here to keep me from falling on through. But I have to pull the trans to do the floor because the front brace runs clear across. So, and if I pull the trans, I might need to change it up a little bit. So that's why I'm kind of slow to do it right now. But it's on jack stands. If I just go ahead and knock it out, then it'll be done, you know. But getting the oil changed now. I made sure to buy a Fram filter. That way the internet goes nuts. No, I bought an AC. They didn't have a Fram in stock. But so far it looks decent. I mean, 99% of the fluids are still in the car. So, but yeah, we finished changing the oil. Then we'll probably jump on that radiator and void that warranty right quick. So stay tuned. All right, we got the eBay special. I mean the Cold Case Radiator out here on the bench. I stuck these little pieces of 2x4 under it to just keep the tanks off the table. You know, because you want to protect your protect your investment. So you don't want to, you know, just be safe, because precision cutting here. What I did, I just eyeballed it in the car. Put this up there, got me a reference line. I'm going to take cutoff wheel, just run down that corner. And just for a better view of what it hits, these, it's like a giant bead roll in this radiator support. And the factory one lands right here. You can see where it bolts. I think I had drilled this hole, maybe that was for the fan shroud. I don't know, maybe I did bolt them in. Either way, forget that part. But yeah, that's what it hits on both sides. And you can see there's a mark right here where it hits. And then can't tell it. Now this radiator support, it's pretty straight. I mean, it's not been ditch lined or anything like that. I don't see where it would be bent up and cause a problem. But it's still going to have to be spaced off the radiator support. Now he did say that it was hitting, the tanks were hitting because I had the top or the bottom on that rib. So it was, I guess he was saying it was sitting the radiator like that, but I had 3 to 4 washers behind the radiator flange to get it off there. I don't know, benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna see what it does, but yeah, let's cut a radiator. That's just a little deburr knife. You can buy these. I made that one, but it does great for knocking those edges down. I'll take a file around these corners too. Get this other side marked. We'll chop it, throw it back in there and see what everything looks like. Remember, on those that wood, so you protect your investment. Grinder sounds rough. Alright. Let's go see if we can manage to not drop this thing out from under the car. Alright. Nothing entertaining in there, so I'll get back with you. Alright, well, that's a lot better. So, yeah, I'll give it to them. Maybe because it was hitting those tabs, it had it kicked out. But it does hit in 3 places. The top 2 corners where the weld's the fattest, and then the bottom corner where the weld's the fattest. Maybe like a start and a stop. I'm gonna leave it. I may put 1 washer in between it, because I'm gonna pull the rad back out. That way I can kind of mess with the fan shroud that I'm making. But yeah, it did help it, and honestly, I mean, I'll say it helped it because that's the truth. So, but either way, did I avoid the warranty? According to the website, yeah, because I cut it, I modified it. At this point, I really don't care. So, you be the judge. If you need one, keep this in mind, though. Yeah. I'm going to move on to the fan shroud. I'm not 100% sure what my game plan is on that. I need to find a piece of material. And I've thought several times about trying to modify the existing fan shroud just because I'm lazy. But I did get it cut down. Cut it about half down. Pretty sure this will fit on there now. Down between the water pump and all. I think. Can't remember if I tried it or not. Pretty sure this is up. But there's certain things I don't like about this shroud. Hang tight. Alright, here's what I don't like. How it doesn't sit, as it doesn't seal solid to the, you know, it just doesn't have a good seal to the radiator. I think there's some sort of like J-channel, weather strip type stuff, vertical. I don't know, I found it on Napa's website. It looks like I could put it around the back side of the shroud, and it'll like give a gentle seal up to the radiator. That way the fans can. But at the same time, I'm still not getting a full pull of airflow across the whole core of the radiator because, you know, this open sections, which is fine. Probably could maybe modify with some of those rubber flaps, but I don't think it would work like that, which would let air flow as I'm rolling, you know, and then there'll be this section up here that doesn't get anything other than rolling airflow. I don't know, I'm gonna mess with it a little bit, see if I can come up with something I like, and probably go by Napa and look at that stuff. It's like 30 bucks a roll, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, do I even want to waste the time and effort in making another fan shroud that I don't like, or buy a universal one and see what I can come up with? Or everybody likes that silly thing, so maybe I'll make some new brackets and make it work. I mean, really all I gotta do is bolt it back on and plug it up, and we can work on other stuff. I'm gonna pull the radiator out, weigh that option, and then think about this too, and then I'll get back to you with whatever I come up with. So, all right, so I need to reshoot the end of the last video, and I guess a run through recap of the video I started last night. Because for some reason the GoPro is not picking up sound again. Hello. So I don't really know what I did, or what happened to it. Ended up resetting everything, blah blah blah. Anyway, so where are we at? Ended up trimming the radiator. It fits, still hits here. Probably should have trimmed it some more. couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with the fan shroud. I was going to reuse this. I couldn't really come up with a good idea how I wanted to do it. I didn't have a 16-inch fan. I've got two, I don't think these are mine, but there's two sets of these factory like 05 and up GM truck fans here, which if you have a 99 and up LS truck or 5.3, 4.8, 6 liter, whatever, that has the mechanical fan, I highly suggest that swap. If you really need somebody with HP tuners to turn the fans on, but I did it to my Suburban. Highly suggest that. Plug and play. Can't tell it's ever been added on. So I ended up making two more little mounts out of some pieces of that I had left. I'm going to go to Lowe's and get me some, like the sticky back foam that you, I guess for like a window unit, and just make up the difference for now. I mean, these are already mounted, wired, and so that's the quickest way to go. Hello. The settings are all jacked up. I put the 160 thermostat back in. That's also going to be another little video. We're going to compare 160, 180, 195, and all three sizes of water restrictor and see what happens. Simply because I need to flush this cooling system, so that'll be a good time to do that. But I think that's all. I think that kind of catches us up. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate everybody that's watching, because I know, you know, everybody's busy and it does take time to do this sort of thing. Don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I will, you know, talk back and forth with you. And also check out a couple other channels that I, you know, pretty frequent. This is not all the channels that I frequent, and honestly, I can never think of everybody at the same time. So if I don't ever mention you, or if I do mention you and then I don't take that, you know, like I don't watch or whatnot, but it's just because I'm scatterbrained. And so, but like Real World Garage, he's got a cool Mercury Comet project going on. And let's see, Brant at, well, it was Jaws, now it's BNC Performance, but if you type in 1957 Chevy Hawaii or 1957 Chevy Jaws, then his videos will pop up. He's got a pretty cool 57 110 150 one something, I don't know, it's the base model, the better looking 1957 car. Also, just for Brant, lava lamp. So I appreciate the lava lamp. Who else? Robert's Garage. He has a fleet of stuff. Currently pretty heavy into sprucing up the C10. I hate forgetting people. It's terrible. I feel bad about it. Dan's Garage NC. He's local to me, or local-ish. Roy Marco. He's got some cool stuff. I like the little Metropolitans he has, and his awesome collection of Tri-5 cars. But again, if I didn't mention you, I'm sorry, but I'll try to catch up with that. I also have some stickers I need to show. I can't remember who I've showed and who I've not, so if I haven't done that, sorry as well. I got a few things I need to mail out. Just bear with me, been crazy busy. But again, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.